So today we are in West Sussex, and behind me is a project that we've been working on for the past few months, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you all about it. So where to start on this project here? This has been an absolute labour of love, and I think probably my favourite project today. I know I've said that before, but this one for me has been really, really special. We started this at the beginning of the year, going back and forth in these incredible grounds. We were looking at different locations for it. So, you know, when we first got here, there was literally nothing here. We had this circle of trees, which the client was quite keen on using. We also looked at another area behind. The garden goes back probably another 100 metres down there. It's forestry, it's all enclosed. We were looking at doing it around there. But in the end, the client decided on this position here. It's relatively close to the house, probably 30 or 40 metres from the house, but it's just in this idyllic spot. So actually when we arrived here to start doing the work, this patio had already been put down. Now the patio, I think it's about 8 metres by 8 metres square. The shelter itself, which we put up, which was the first thing that we did, is the posts are 7 metres wide by, I think, 5 metres. The roof itself is 9 metres long by probably 6 metres, something like that, when you look at the overhangs. So the first thing we did that when we came onto site was to build the structure. So these are 8 by 8 posts, 200 by 200 mil posts. These we've bolted into the patio. We've got these perimeter beams going all the way around, and then we've got this cut roof on top of that. All of the timbers have been painted in a Farrow & Ball black colour, an external emulsion. We've used scaffold board planks as like a cladding to go all the way around, and again we've painted that as well. On here, for the structure on this is like a normal cut roof. We've got collars along there tying it together. This beam along here, this is just under 7 metres, the internal span of this. So for this beam here, we've used what's called a flitch beam. So a flitch beam is 2 bits of timber with a metal plate bolted in between. So that's what we've done along there. We've also then put another piece of timber on the side of it. So you've got a triple timber with a flitch beam in beneath there, just to keep the weight, because there's a lot of weight coming down on there. But what that's allowed us to do is have this big open span here without having a post in the middle, because the client was talking about perhaps having some big sliders or some bifolds or something like that. I think now, having spoken to him today, he's looking at getting some canvas sheets that will come down that get zipped and clipped to the side. It's a much more economical way of covering all these spaces, because what's happening is leaves are coming in here, so he's permanently having to sweep it out. So that's quite a good solution to that, to keeping everything in the dry. So from the very early planning stages, the customer was really confident, focused on what he wanted, the sort of style that he wanted, and that was a really dark black look, but with something to complement it. And so we looked at different, colours, schemes, materials, and we decided that the cedar, like a cedar finish, would go with it really well with this dark black colour. So you can see, originally we would have had either a scaffold board or some sort of a softwood cladding, but we've now gone for this cedar tongue and groove cladding on the underside of the ceiling there. That looks absolutely incredible. I'm so glad that he decided to go for that, because it really gives the wow factor. And where we've painted all of the rafters black and you can still see them, it looks incredible, absolutely incredible. And so we've carried that same theme down into the kitchen as well. So this kitchen is one of our kitchens. It's an AOS range kitchen. These kitchens we make ourselves. We can make them to any size, any shape, any colour. We can house any appliance in them. And so obviously, we've sprayed this with exactly the same colour that we have with the shelter, but we've used for the finger rail, everything is handleless. So for the finger rails, we've used cedar. So it matches, you know, the ceiling cladding. We've also created cedar shelving as well. On the bar section over here, you can see that we've got a cedar. We've created the bar, but then clad that all in cedar as well. So everything is tied together, and it just gives this most incredible look. And so to highlight all of the cedar and the different spaces as well, the customer here actually has his own AV audio company, so knows everything about lighting, electrics, technology, visuals and things like that. So the lighting in here is absolutely phenomenal. Everything is run on an app to start with, and then he's got these control panels here. So you've got these uplights that go up of the cladding there. They highlight the cedar. You've got these brass down lights spotted all the way around. You've got these pendants here which light up the bar area, and then underneath the bar you've got LED strip lighting along there to light up the underside of there. So everywhere you look there is lighting highlighting different parts. We've also got some heaters up there and up there behind you. There's a camera up there. You've got external lighting on the posts here on the corners, and then you can see he's got a TV over there as well. Like I say, it also runs the extractor as well, but everything is run off an app, off the customer's phone, or you can run it off here as well. So the lighting and the technology in here is by far, you know, the most I've seen in an outdoor kitchen. So let's start talking about the kitchen. Let's talk you through that. So worktops on this one, gosh, we went back and forth a lot with worktops here with different colors, different materials. We were quite sure that we wanted a light color because we've got the dark units and the dark walls. We've got the cedar. We wanted something that was going to complement those. And I think like a lime color, a lighter, creamier color would work really well. So this is called Marazi Limestone Ivory, I think, this particular one. Now this is only 12 mil thick, but everything has been mited. You've got this waterfall that comes down here. Everything, it waterfalls down here. You've got a splashback that runs all the way around. You've got another splashback behind the Traeger over there. This is a huge, because of the Traeger, this worktop here is just over 900 mil deep. So that's a huge amount of worktop there, preparation space. And it works really well with the cedar and the dark. So down here, we've got a double drawer. In here is the cutlery, utensils in there. Everything is soft close. All of these units here that we built are built to last outside. All of the materials used, everything is built to sit outside all year round. To the left of that, you've got this is simply an indoor food fridge. And to the left of that, you have a glass-fronted drinks and beverage fridge. Now, the customer got these themselves, and these are not outdoor rated fridges, I don't think. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they're not. But given how enclosed we are here and how sheltered we are here in the location, I think they'll be absolutely fine outside here. Coming along to here, you've got this beast here. So we have created this, this corner unit for the pizza oven. We've raised it slightly so that it's a lot easier at this height to get your pizzas in and out. It also creates a bit of a feature in the corner. You raise it up. This oven, the customer had already when we arrived here, when we got here, and it was located, it was about 30 or 40 meters that way next to the house. Now this thing probably weighs, I don't know, 100, 150 kilo. It's really heavy. So getting it over here was fun. Getting it up onto here was even more fun. But then it was decided that they wanted to turn it into a hybrid, so attach a gas to it so that it could work on gas and wood fired. So we then had to figure out a way to lift this up, connect the gas, which is underneath, and the gas tank is behind the wall over there, and then take it out to there. So what we ended up doing actually was buying a pulley system, which worked really well. We had some double joists across here. We linked it all up, lifted it up with the pulley, and then connected up the gas, and that worked really well. So now you've got a hybrid gas and wood-fired oven there. Huge amount of space in there for pizzas and other things, and it just looks really, really cool. So continuing along this way, we've got a wine rack down here, which Vitas made, which is a really, really good idea. Just a nice little touch. It's like one of those little things that you wouldn't think of at the start, but actually works really, really well. To the left of that, we've got some pull-out. So we've got a pull-out bin here, and then we've got these metal wire pull-out trays. These are so handy for keeping everything in there: glasses, rubs, sauces, all of the things that you have when you're outside a bucket, or all of the things you would have in a normal kitchen. You can never really have too much storage. You've got a knife holder there. I love this, you know, what they've done with this rail here, with all of like the copper pots and pans, the knife rack there, the cast iron skillets, the way that they've dressed these shelves as well, with the plants, the cookbooks, the espresso martinis. They've done it really, really well. Actually, there's some other bits over there, but I'll talk about those in a minute. Coming along to here, we have just got a storage cupboard with a shelf in there, again, for other bits and pieces. Here, this is the Traeger induction hob. So this comes with the Traeger Timberline pellet smoker. This is an outdoor rated induction hob. It's absolutely brilliant. So they use it for cooking sauces, boiling things, frying things. I've used them before. I put a cast iron on there and I use it for searing steaks and things like that. It gets really hot really, really quickly. Coming along to here, underneath here quickly, you've got an undergrill unit. So again, that's a huge amount of space under there for storing pellets, accessories, everything else you want. And above that, you have the Traeger Timberline XL. This is the biggest one that they do. It's got all the tech on it. It's absolutely amazing. It's a huge barbecue, or it's a huge grill. I think you can get 12, 14 chickens in it, something like that. It's a crazy amount. But for those of you who don't know, it's a wood pellet smoker. So the fuel for it are wood pellets. The wood pellets go into there. You need to plug it in. It needs power. The pellets get fed into a burner underneath there. That creates the heat and the smoke. So these are great for slow cooking. You can do briskets, pulled pork, ribs, low and slow things, but you can also cook all your burgers, you can cook your sausages, wings are really good on there. So also on here, what we've done, because we are in an enclosed space here, and this pellet grill gives off a huge amount of smoke, it really blows the smoke out, we've actually put into the splashback behind here 3 circular vents, and we've put them low down so that they don't, so they were hidden. And this was a work in progress. This is the first Traeger that we've put in an enclosed space. So what we've got behind these 3 vents, we've got 2 inline extractors hooked up to these, drawing out the smoke. So they take away a huge amount of the smoke, but there was quite a lot still coming out. So we then went back to the drawing board and I got this hood fabricated from a local company to us. And actually what they've done is incredible. It matches the Traeger perfectly. So we've had that. We have connected that up to another inline extractor. So we now have 3 inline extractors behind there to help draw all of the smoke out of here. We've also had, you can see, so getting the Traeger, when you drop it into the worktop, because you essentially have a hole cut out in the worktop, you have to drop it in. It's incredibly difficult. So you have to have a little gap. We use straps and lower it down. So when we got the hood manufactured, fabricated, we actually got this little trim fabricated as well that goes around the Traeger there, which just covers the gap perfectly. And again, it's exactly the same material as the Traeger. So that is really, really cool. You've got sockets here as well. I hadn't mentioned those before. Okay, so coming on, oh, here, again, we've got a dishwasher, which actually, this is the second dishwasher, I think, that we've installed in one of our kitchens. And on the other job that we did, it was very similar. It was an undercover space like this as well. So I definitely wouldn't recommend having a dishwasher outside if you weren't in a shelter like this and it wasn't completely covered. To the left of that, we have a sink. So you've got the sink there. There is actually, we put a water heater underneath there as well. So you just need a cold water feed. It comes into the heater heats it, so you've got hot and you've got cold water there, which is cool. In the corner here, so this unit here actually goes right back to the wall over there. This is a carousel unit. So again, storage outside is what you need. And so that's a really clever way of using that sort of void in the corner. Here, looking at this corner here, you now have 5 huge pan drawers. These drawers are absolutely massive. I mean, they've got their plates and things in there. They're very strong. Accessories for the kamado there. So that's really good. This one here, This is a Monolith kamado, but this is the Avantgarde. So this is their new kamado oven that Monolith have released. It's the same size, it's the same, everything is the same on it, apart from the colors, they completely changed. It's like a matte black finish, which randomly works really, really well with this. They've got a brand new thermometer on there. This handle is brand new. It's got LED lights in it as well. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. But everything, the workings, the inner workings are exactly the same as the normal classic. So we've got over here, Oggy was telling me earlier that actually this is the most handy thing he's got in here. It's literally a tissue dispenser. So he says that is brilliant to have one of those. Chili plants over there, I love it. There's been lots of sort of added on extras as we've been going through. This has, you know, been a few months process, and one of the ones was that they decided they wanted to have this bar here. So we could have done it in the Marazi, but actually in the end we decided to go for a cedar bar, which again complements everything. We've used the cedar T&G, glued and fixed it all together, sanded it down, so that looks really, really cool there. I think maybe at a later stage they might extend the patio out that way slightly so that, you know, people can sit outside. We've got a meter overhang on the roof here, so there's cover there as well. Another thing was this table here. It was sort of a last minute add-on. So we've actually built this using railway sleepers, oak sleepers, so big chunky sleepers, again painted the black, and then it's the same material, it's a Marazi, but this is like an iron core 10, sort of a core 10 beaten copper kind of look. So that looks really, really cool. Again, the color of it works really well with the scheme of everything. So there we go. I mean, what a place to come out with your friends, your family, and spend an evening. He said actually since we completed it, which was, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, he says they've had at least 100 people around here enjoying it, and they've been enjoying it, making the most of it, eating good food, spending time with friends and family. So I'm so pleased that they're using it, and the location for it is just incredible. So I will leave a link up here to another video if you're looking for some inspiration or ideas for your own outdoor kitchen. We also have Instagram, we have Facebook. We try and post on there 2-3 times a week. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.